Dr. Ruth Roberts, your pet's ally. I hope that you are doing well and life is calm and easy and everything is good. So, if you are new to the original Crock Pet diet, we're actually broadcasting this live on our sort of open Facebook page. We wanted to let you get an idea about what our weekly broadcasts were about. So, if you've got questions about home cooking for your pets, hop in. We've got a couple of questions from our regular members, and Susie was asking about uh, whether scaly, itchy ears can be caused by stress, and generally, generally no. That's going to be a couple of things going on. One is that our as the weather gets colder, people are starting to use heating and air, things of that nature. You may see some drier skin for your pets. And just like us, you may need to use a little more lotion. Obviously, for your dog, that's not going to be a great thing to try to smear lotion all over creation. So, what you can do is nourish from within, add a little bit more water to the food, add some omega-3 fatty acids to help reduce some of the irritation in the skin and add a little bit more nutrition. So you can check that out and see if that doesn't help kind of get those scaly, itchy ears under control. And then it also could be an indication if you've got something new in the diet, a new supplement, a new food item that your pet's not eaten before, that's a problem and is creating some irritation and aggravation within your pet's system. So Susie, I hope that is helpful. The other question you had is what are the best things to add? And so you're using already holistic total body support, and that's great. So, as far as vegetables and other food items that you could use, there's not a great deal other than avoiding things that tend to create irritation. So, for instance, if you started using some tomatoes recently or some bell peppers, the vegetables in the Solanaceae family can create some issues as far as reactions to them. So, you would want to take those out. And then again, as far as improving the itchies and things of that nature, you would want to add things like omega-3 fatty acids because that's going to help reduce the irritation and the itch within the skin. And then the other thing that will be super important is something called quercetin, which is um, which is a bioflavonoid, and it's really interesting because it, especially combined with with stinging nettles, can bring quite a bit of allergy relief. And so that is a super good idea. And we've got a product called Histopaws, which has been super useful for many, many pets. So let me see if I can pop over to that page for you. But Histopaws has been tremendously helpful for many pets as far as getting um, let's see if I actually got this done, and it doesn't quite look like it. As far as getting relief for the itchiness. So hopefully this is sharing screen correctly, but yeah, it is good. So that's been super useful for a lot of pets. We've got lots of um, sales going on through the end of the year, but you can see it's really been a godsend for many pets that are super itchy. So that's been super helpful. And really, omega-3 fatty acids are super helpful too. The other thing you have to consider too is that many um, skin diseases are based in GI dysbiosis. And then, so if the microbes are not happy and you don't have the good guys in charge, then all these inflammatory molecules can get produced, and you'll end up with issues everywhere in the body, but very frequently they will end up in the skin. So, dermatitis, atopy, which interestingly has been shifted to an autoimmune disease and not just an allergic disease. That's been, and if you've not dug into that topic, I've done some quite a number of broadcasts on autoimmune disease and what you can do to help combat that. Let's see, and I think we've got a couple of other questions. Angela's asking if you can use the A&D ointment. So she's using a belly band because her male dog is a little bit incontinent. And Angela, there's a couple of things you can do. Certainly, you want to treat the irritation that's present, but then the other thing is to use so you could use something like a desitin, which is really good at drying things up. And then you can use A&D ointment to help protect the skin. And then the other thing is to make sure you get some time, or your dog gets some time where things can sort of air out, if you will, because all of that moisture trapped against the skin can really create some problems long term. So the other thing you could consider would be to put like a piece of a diaper pad between the penis and the abdomen, so that you get some absorption up top as well as down. And so, I'm not sure what setup you're using exactly, but in some cases you could, sort of envelop the penis, if you will, within the diaper pad, so that regardless, the urine is being absorbed from both sides, so that there's not that moisture problem. And then, of course, you'll want to change the diaper part fairly frequently. And again, if you start to see some irritation on the tip of the prepuce itself, then that's where you could use A&D ointment or something of that nature to keep it dry. So I think this is pretty much what we've got for you this week. Um, I think, let me pop over to our Facebook group. Um, I think that Hannah got, some days I'm smart and some days I'm not. There we go. That's the one we want to share. So Hannah got most of these questions answered, but we are able to offer shipping into Canada, which is we're really excited about. We cannot ship standard processed products into Canada, though, because of mad cow disease, frankly. So that Debbie, I think she's got to be taken care of there. We're very excited. We had a distributor lose several hundred bottles of a holistic total body support, and we hope and pray that they've actually found 95 of them. So we'll keep you posted on that. If that's the case, we'll get that product back up and running and go from there. Um, yeah, and exactly, Jamie was saying in response to Susie's questions, itchy ears or food allergy. So are you feeding new stuff? Um, And then Phoebe, the thing with Apoquel, yeah, it's tough, because that's a pretty nasty little drug long term. So we try to kind of solve it before having to go to such hardcore drugs. Um, Skin So Soft does work really well, though, for gnats and mosquitoes. So, Susie, if that's part of what you're doing, that may be something to consider. Um, and I think that is about what we've got for you today. We've got some sales coming up over the course of the month of December. We have free shipping all month long. So we've got sailing up on the consultations as well. So check that out on December 20th. We've got a bunch of other good things happening. Um, let's see, we got that one answered. And then Carrie and Jennifer, welcome to the group. We hope that this serves you well. Our goal is to be able to mostly answer questions about how to use the original Crockpet diet to benefit your pet's health. So I think that's we're so excited to have new members. So let's see, I think that sale's over, but we've got some great sales coming up through the month. So I think that's all I've got for you today. Until next week, happy, easy times. And remember, your pet's best health starts in the bowl. I'm Dr. Ruth Roberts, your pet's ally. Thanks.